Hello. Some verses from Genesis chapter 3. Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree about which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. We've had some heat waves lately. A heat wave is a period of abnormally hot weather that lasts for multiple days. But there are much more precise definitions than that. In the UK, a heat wave occurs when there are at least 3 days above 25 degrees C across much of the country. But that's not the worst definition. Other countries have other ones. In Adelaide in South Australia, a heat wave is 5 consecutive days at or above 35 degrees C, or 3 consecutive days at or over 40 degrees C. Of course, the worrying thing for us is that we are still in early July, with an awful lot of potential for hotter weather to come. But there's an attitude to hot weather to consider. It depends whether you have to work or not. Hot weather in leisure can be really pleasant, or at the worst, something you can cope with. But when you are required to work, it becomes quite different. And so many people in the world work in very hot conditions and are sweated, as we say, to get enough work out of them. Present heat problems are certainly due to global warming, although this doesn't mean that they've never happened in the past. Only the 40.5 degrees in 2022 is really unique. Anything over 40 really is something different. It goes higher than normal blood temperature and reverses everything. In submarines in hot seas, you might like to know the temperature may get up to 50 degrees C, and the people have a lot of work to do, and that must be a temperature which brings enormous problems. The Bible says that in the sweat of your face you shall eat bread. You may remember the old translation, which talked about the sweat of your brow. And this is recognizing that there will be discomfort, at the very least, in living in the world which God has made, but which people had spoiled. Yet just after this passage, things to be going back to what to us is normal. We see the business of starting families and producing food goes on, at whatever cost it may be, because this is the struggle that gives meaning and structure to our lives.